In this video, I've got a 5-minute warm-up routine that you can do at home to be ready to run before you even leave the house. Okay, let's get straight into it. So the first exercise in this warm-up routine is all about the foot, ankle and calf region. We're going to use ankle rocks just to start to warm that whole area up. So using the wall for balance, you're going to come up onto your toes and then gently rock back so that your weight's on your heels and your forefoot's off the ground. So from here to here, just shifting your weight between the front of the foot and the rear of the foot, we're essentially beginning, yes, to warm up the range of motion at the ankle, but also engage muscles like our calves and really start to focus a little bit of effort on some of those smaller muscles around the foot and ankle that are important for stability. So working through 10 of these, that's every time you come up onto your toes is 1, so that's 1 there, and then 2. And once you've done 10, we can move on to the next exercise. Now, this next exercise is all about starting to warm your hips up a little bit. So standing on one leg, simply going to grab the knee, bring your knee up above hip height or as high as you comfortably can. From there, grab the ankle and rotate. The rotation's actually happening at the hip here. We're going to hold this for 2 seconds. So 1, 2, and then release. And then we'll do the same on the other side. 1, 2, and release. Try and keep the knee pointing forwards as we do this. So we're having you here rather than out here anywhere, if that makes sense. And then we're simply working through 10 on the left, 10 on the right, 2-second holds for each. Now let me show you from side on. As we're here, and we're grabbing the knee, pulling the ankle, what I want you to focus on is not bending forwards, which a lot of people will do, but instead I want you to stay tall and focus on squeezing your butt, pushing your hips forwards. So this position, not this position. A simple cue for this whole exercise to get the positioning right is to think, stand tall and then heel to opposite hip. If you get that right, you're in the right position. Okay, so 10 on each side, and then we'll move into the next exercise, which again is all about calves and ankles. So for your calves, I want you to use either a wall, or in this case, we've got a squat rack to give us a little bit of something to push against. We're coming back into the position which will be similar to our calf stretch. So we're here, and then pushing down, one, and then the other. Push through the heel, push through the heel. And you can work through 30 seconds of this, just back and forth, left and right, 1 second on each. Now, you may recognize this, because I used this exercise in my video from a couple of weeks ago, which was all about warming up those calves and ankles in particular. And I'll leave a link to that one down in the description. Okay, so this next exercise is great, particularly for those who are pretty stiff through your lower back and hips. Now, with this, if that is you, don't fly into this 100 miles an hour straight away. Take it very gently and build up. But we're going to work from a point where we're just jogging gently on the spot to then start driving the knee across the midline. And as we drive the knee across the midline, I want you to twist your torso the other way. So we're going to be here and then on the opposite side. So simply working through 20 of these, driving, 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 left and right, and then right and left. And you'll feel as you start to drive the knee across, we get a little bit of a stretch around the outside of the hip. And as we're looking around the other way, we're really starting to add a lot of rotation through the torso. 20 of those, and then we'll move on into the next exercise. So next up, we have leg swings. Again, you might want to use the wall for this, but eventually we can get you away from the wall and using this as a balance and control exercise as well. But to begin with, using the wall is absolutely fine. You're going to gently draw the belly button in, okay, to start to engage your core and focus on controlling this hip and pelvic region. And from here, I want you to gently just swing back and forth through the outside leg relative to the wall. With these swings, as you'll see with me, I started quite low and I'm building as I go through these. Okay, allow yourself to feel a hamstring stretch at the front of the movement. And then as you reach back, you kick back, you should feel those hip flexors get a little bit of a stretch as well. Simply working through 10 swings, back and forth on each side, and then we can move that into side-to-side swings. Now, with the side-to-side swings, you can do that using, again, an upright like this or a wall. And again, we're working very gently to begin with, especially if you know you have quite tight adductors, so inner thigh muscles. But from here, again, kicking across and then opening out. Engage your core by drawing the belly button in and only work through the range of motion that feels comfortable. 10 of those on each side, and we're going to finish off very gently with some air squats. So from here, pushing the hands forward as you sit your butt back and down. Remember, keep your torso nice and upright and don't go any deeper than you can maintain good form. After 10 of those, you'll be warm, heart rate should be increased, body temperature increased, but most importantly, we've started engaging some of those all-important muscles all around your body. Now, if you've been told that you need to work on your glutes and engage those butt muscles, check out the glute activation warm-up that I posted right over here a couple of weeks ago, because that should be great for you in particular. If you found all this helpful, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm here to help you run strong and run injury-free, and I'll see you in the very next video. Bye now.